Before I explain why I dislike stop signs so much, I need to make a point. In Great Britain, as well as other parts of the world, it's a legal requirement to stop at a stop sign before continuing. In Great Britain, it's Rule 171 in the Highway Code. I'm now going to demonstrate how to deal with a stop sign. I have cameras either side of me so that you can see out the side windows, a camera out the front and me in the middle so you can see where I'm looking. Don't pay any attention to how the mirrors are adjusted because they're adjusted to my eyes, which are over here, not to the camera, which is all the way over there, which is why it looks like the mirror is just looking at this car that I'm sitting in. To my eyes, I can see behind in that mirror. So I can see the very clear hexagonal stop sign. It says stop on the road and there is a solid white line. I'm going ahead. So what I must do is I must stop when I get to the line. I can't just go slow. I actually have to come to a complete stop like that. I don't have to use the handbrake, but I do need to stop. Now I can't see either side of me. So I need to move slowly anyway to improve my view because these parked cars are blocking my view. Now there is a car coming from the right and the left, but I'm in the way now, so I have to finish. I can't just sit there blocking the road, but you have to make your way out slowly when you can't see to slowly, carefully improve your view safely. That way any cars that are coming that can see you, but you can't see them, they have time to slow down for you. So why do I hate stop signs? Well, it's because I have to stop. And I don't always feel like I need to stop to be safe. In fact, on that last junction that I just demonstrated, did stopping help me? I don't think it did because when I stopped, I still couldn't see left or right and I still had to go slowly forwards into the road to improve my view. Now what I would normally do if there wasn't a stop sign, and most junctions don't have stop signs, is just slow down to a very slow crawling speed. It's called peeping and creeping. Creeped out slowly to improve my view without stopping in the middle. Now you may be thinking, what's such the big deal? Why is it a big deal to stop? Well, I like to drive smoothly and bringing a car to a near stop is much quicker than bringing the car to a complete stop because if I bring the car to a complete stop quickly, it's jerky. If I want to get that perfect chauffeur finish where the car slows down and it stops but nobody in the car really notices, that takes a couple of seconds. So I find it a bit of a palaver having to come to a complete stop just to satisfy the law when I can already see what I need to see. And in fact, at the moment, I need to continue forwards a little bit to try and improve my view. Another reason why I dislike stop signs is because I remember having a pupil who failed their test for not stopping at a stop sign and they did a brilliant drive. They did the junction safely. They went so slow at the junction that it was almost the same as stopping, but because the wheels did not come to a complete stop, they failed. That was just a legality. Yes, you should follow the law, and I do follow the law. I do stop at stop signs because it's a legal requirement, and I do get my pupils to stop at stop signs also, but I don't have to agree with the law, and on this one, I don't really agree with it. I abide by it, but I don't like it. Now, my pupil who failed, this was a long time ago now, many years ago, they failed for not bringing the car to a complete stop, even though they did the junction safely. Do you think they're a dangerous driver because their wheels were turning ever so slightly? Does it really make a difference that they're moving a tiny bit or not moving at all? Because in my eyes, I think they had a safe drive. And all that was the problem. The only problem is they didn't follow all the rules to the nth degree. Yes, you have to follow the rules, but sometimes maybe the rules should change. I'm now going to give you a tip that should help you judge when you're close to the stop line. Learners tend to stop too early, making it even harder to see. I've set this camera up to try and give you the best view similar to what I actually have from my eyes. It's not perfect, but it's about right. This is how I judge when I'm close to the line. So, no one coming, someone crossing the road. So I'm going to signal that I'm moving out, but I'm going to give them time to cross and I'll wait and let them finish. And I'm going straight here. Now look at the line around here under the wing mirror. When it gets to about there, on most cars, you're at the line. It does vary a bit. It depends on the height of the car and it depends on where you're sitting, but that's roughly right most of the time. And a tip for seeing if cars are coming from the right or the left is to use shadows and reflections. I mean, an absence of shadows or reflections doesn't mean no one's coming, but it's a good clue that someone is. So even though I can't see shadows or reflections, I'm still going to go slow so I can see. I could see the lights reflecting, but I still went slow just to make sure I got a proper view so I knew it was safe before I went. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you would have noticed that the line on the first clip appeared in a different place on the door to what it did in the second clip. But it is the second clip that's accurate. In the first clip, I prioritized this camera to see down the road. I wasn't trying to get it to have the same view that I have. But on the second clip, I wanted to demonstrate where the line appears underneath the wing mirror. So I tried to set it up to have the most accurate view possible as I'm seeing. But on the second clip, the camera could see down the road anyway. So I could have done that the first time. But you know, you live and learn. Fortunately, most junctions don't have stop signs. They have give way signs and the double broken give way line and the upside down triangle painted on the road at the junction, as we have here, although it's a bit faded. So instead of stopping just for the sign, just for the law, I'll stop if I need to. And if I don't need to, I'll keep moving slowly like I am now, trying to look through the windows of the cars, in between the cars, and use reflections. I saw through the window there that yellow Panda coming, so I stopped. I stopped for a reason there, and now I am moving forwards very slowly again to improve my view. And now I can see, and I'm also in the way I'm going to continue. There's a line in the middle of the road, which usually means there's a junction. That's a warning, hazard line. And there is, going right again, although the give way lines have nearly faded out of existence here. So very slow again, only stopping if I need to. There's no stop sign, so I don't have to. Very slowly moving, very smooth, no jerkiness at all. And now I'm in the way, I'm continuing. Also, there is no one coming. So would you say that I was dangerous in that example? When I wasn't stopping, I was going very slow, being careful, trying to see if anyone was coming and gradually improving my view. Would have stopping made it safer? In my opinion, for me, I don't think it would have done. It would have just made me take more time. I'm not against stopping. I think you should stop if you feel you need to and move forwards when you think it's safe. But the rules are the rules and you must follow them. But there's nothing against the law about complaining about them if you don't like them. On your driving test in Great Britain, you do have to stop at stop signs. You have to bring the car to a complete stop. Even if the car is moving a tiny little bit, that's not considered a stop. You don't have to use your handbrake, although many instructors recommend it, and the reason why they recommend it isn't because you need the handbrake for safety. You're going to get going again straight away. It's kind of pointless, but the point in it is to encourage you to actually completely stop the car. And if you put the handbrake on, you've completely stopped the car, or parking brake as you should really call it. That's the correct term, because really the handbrake, well, it's a parking brake. That's why the symbol for it is a P. But please stop whenever you feel you need to stop. That's an important part of driving. Don't go if you feel it's unsafe, and do follow the rules. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow the rules. I just don't like stop signs, and I do follow them. And on your driving test, if you fail to stop at a stop sign, then it's likely, or should I say very likely, going to be a fail. If you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're looking for car insurance, check out the links to Collingwood and Confused in the description. If you're learning to drive and want to insure yourself on somebody else's car, then Collingwood are there for you, because you can do so without affecting the owner's policy. That takes away a big stress from the owner of the car that you're using to learn to drive in. Using the link, there's up to 35% off at the moment and a £20 Amazon gift card. If you want to insure your own car though, I recommend checking out the link to confused.com, because you fill out one quote form, get loads of quotes back from many insurers to compare who's cheapest. And you can change your car on that quote as many times as you like, which is a really useful tool when you're shopping around for cars and you want to compare how much it costs to insure different cars. Using the links doesn't cost you anything, but it does support the channel, so thank you very much. Subscribe to get my future videos, and until the next one, cheerio.